Hello, welcome back to my channel. Now we have the website lead code here to practice for coding interview, and I already finished two first problems, and now I will do the third problem, longest substring without repeating characters. The difficulty here is medium, not so easy, not so hard. Okay, so we start now. On the left side is the description of the problem. Given a string, find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. So we have A, B, C, A, B, C, B, B here, and the output is 3. The answer is A, B, C with a length of 3. And example 2 is B. So the output is only 1. And P, W, W, K, E, W. And the output is 3. The answer is W, K, E with a length of 3. Note that the answer must be a substring P, W, K, E. P, W, K, E is a subsequence and not a substring. So a substring contains many continuous characters that there are no other character between that substring. So it seems like we only have to find a substring that has no repeating characters. Yes, that's the name of the description, and I'm thinking about a set. So for example, every time we add we iterate through character, we can add it to the set to see whether it appears before or not. However, to do it, we have to use many sets. Like for example, when I'm at C, I can have BC, ABC. When I goes to C, I can have I may have many sets like BC, ABC, or CABC. It seems like I have to find the smallest distance between the two repeating characters. Like here, from A to A, the distance is 3. From B to B, the distance is also 3. From C to C, same. So the answer is 3. And here from B to B is 1. So the answer is 1. From P to P, no P here. So it might be 0. And from W to W is 0. From W here to W here. No, from W here to W here is 1. From W here to here is 3. So, but the problem is that if there are many other characters here, for example here, W, K, K, E, W. Because there are not so many characters, so we may create an array of the character like for character A, we may have index is 0 and the next index is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 3, and B we have 2, 2 and 4. C we have, oh sorry, B we have 1 and 4, A is 0 and 3, so C is 2 and 5. And we have another B as 6 and another B as 7. So we have to find the longest distance between the same characters that there is no smaller distance inside that. So it seems like the fastest way is not the fastest way, the simplest way is we use two iteration. The first one we go through all the characters in the strings, and from each character we will go forward to see what is the longest substring it can go. So I will implement it first, and then I will find another way, the faster way, after I finish the first implementation. So we will use the character index. We'll make it a little shorter. Index smaller than S. We will find the longest substring without repeating character that start from char index. So we will use set I don't remember how to use set in server. Um, so we will here says it is new asset. Okay, so it's new asset. Okay, and we also has string substring. We will as the I think here we can new a string here. I'm not sure, maybe we will check after. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we cannot do that. append. We will use append. Okay. So it is append here. And we will run from next character index. We will run iterate from the char index +1. Here if it's only if there's only one character, so that is the result, so we can return it. If not, we go here, and because the length is bigger than 1, so we will not have the problem with that for. Then if this character is inside so it means that we have to stop here because it is already in the set. But the problem is we don't know which index that character already appear. So we have to iterate from that position backward. So we use another for, and it will run from, this is the finish, the file, the finish index of the substring, or we can call it the last index of the substring. So we have to run it from this one -1 until it's still bigger or equal to 0. And so if the edge if the last index equal to the one we find, that is the next char index. So that is the longest distance we can find. So here we have to set the max length of the substring we have, and we set it to 0. Here, if the last index subtract next character index. Oh, so before, so it's not the last index, or it's the first index. Because we run backward, so here it must be the next subtract this is bigger than the max length we already have. So we will have we set max length equal to that length, and we have to save in the result first index and the result last index. So here we will have the result first index equal to first, to first index, and the result last index equal to the next character index, my subtract 1, because the substring should only contain the non-repeating character. So because the character of the next child index is equal to the character of the first index, so we only the substring only contains the character from first index to the previous character of the next character index. Okay, so that's when if it's bigger. If not, we don't care. So we have nothing to do with the arrows here, but we have something to do with the arrows here. So if it is different, we have to add it to the set. So we have char set add, that is the okay. So sorry, here is only the next character. So this is the follow for the first index, so we don't mind this. It's only happen if we find out character that's the same. So we have to put the arrows after that if. So if the child set doesn't contain that character, it means that there's no repetition here. So we will add that character to the set. So the child set should be here inside. Okay, it's here in the first. Okay, so string. Here we only need the char set. We don't need anything else. So it seems like we should put the max length is equal to 1, because every time if we have a length that is not null, we always have the result at least 1. So here we have to if s here is so that may happen that after it run through the child index to the next child index, and when the next child index equal to length and there is no repeating character, so we have to set it as the max length. So it only happens if it run through the for. So it means here in the if one, after we find the first index, we have to break from that for. It seems like that one doesn't get the parentheses in a way that we can easily see what is the close parenthesis for what. So so it's the finish of the for. But here, if for each of that, if we run until the end, so we have if next character index equal to s length subtract 1. So it means that it runs until the end of the string, but there's no repeating character, so we have to set the we have to do the same way, but we don't have to run backward. We know that the next is the max length. We have to check whether the next character index, the first index, what is first and not first index. So here we have to know that if that one is bigger than max length, So we have to record it as the new max length. And the result here. But it's not only minus, it's one, is add one, and here we don't have to. Next, it is. Let me see. We don't have to save the last index because we already have the first index and the max length, so we no need to use it anymore. Only needs the max length, and that's enough. Okay. Okay, so after we run through the for, we will check. So here we have the result first index equal to 0. And here we have to get the substring. Let's see. We have to return the substring from the result first index to the result first index add max length minus subtract 1. So let's see, I don't know how to use that command in Java, so I will insert substring. Okay, tutorial. Let's see, here we have string substring after index s till the index 17. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it starts from age 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so it will go from 8 to 16, but here we put 8 and 17. So here we don't have to get -1. We will return add substring from result first index to result first index plus max length. Okay, so let's see. I'm not sure whether it's run or not. Maybe some error. Illegal. Okay. It's because of max length, we need another parenthesis here. Is anything else? Oh, string cannot be converted to int. Oh my god, such a big mistake. So the output, we have to return the substring. So here equal to 0. We have to return as length. So it's so easy. We don't have to find the index. Okay, so we don't have to use it. We don't have to save the first index anymore. Don't have to use many symbol here. This. So it returned the output is 6. So we have A, B, C, A here. So start from A. We will have this chart set contains only A. And then we run from B until the end. So with B, because it's not contained, so it will run to else. It will add B to the chart set. And then the next one will be C, and it will add C here. And the final is A, and when I see the A here, I will have to find what is the max length. So I will run it has the, so at that time next child index will be 3. So I run from 2 until 0. So it should be until 0 is A. So the first index will be A, and so the first index is 0. So next child index, I think every time I set the max length, I will print to see what is the character at that time. As so I think I only need the integer. So what is the first index and what is the next character index? So it might have here. So we have first time is this 1, 2, 2. Why 1 and 2 can be okay? So the max length is 1 from 2 to 3. Okay, 2, 3. It seems like something wrong here. I don't know why 1, 2, 3 is okay, but 1, 1, 3 is not okay because it is the mark the the last one. Subtract the first one. Okay, so we have so the second row we have 1 here, but 1 here and 3 here. So max length should be 2. Should be 2. Okay, it should be inside this one. Okay, so we have here 303. That's a good one. But 5 from 1 to 6. From 1 to 6 and 6 from 1 to 7. But the problem is that from 1 to 6 already from B to 6, this last that's B. It already have that's B here. So it seems like it doesn't break the 4 after it see the one that is already in the set. So I have to check again that I think make it smaller is better, but I still cannot see how that is the smallest. Okay, I don't bother with that. Come back to the coding. So whenever it finds the contents, it has to break. Oh, it seems like we need another break here. So from this, we have to find when we find that one, the first one that match, we have to break by any chance. Okay, so that's a good solution, but we have to see, is there any egg case like there is nothing to find. For example, here, if it run from next character index -1, but what happens if this next character index is 0? Okay, it's never happened because it come from 1, 0. Okay, and what happened with the one that we cannot find any, there's no repeating character inside, like we run straight forward from A to C or A to Z, for example. Here we may have that type of dead case, like the empty or only one BBB or from a Okay, so we already have a wrong answer. So the expected is 7 and the output is 1. It's a test case I am thinking about. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it means like, for example, from this index we find no we find we find no character that is the same. So it seems like we already have here inside that one, but we didn't have the chi-square that for run until the s length, and there's no. So it seems like if we run through it without break like that, we run after that for. It should run to this line, but it didn't. Make character index equal to s length. Oh, so it should not equal to s length subtract 1 because it runs at the end of the for loop. And this one should be minus. So we will have that the end. So we have to think again about that situation. So here we have an extra run until the S length, and as a extra in asset s length minus 1 equal to s at char index. I think we have to run only this state guide to see what happened. Okay, so it's only run to s length minus 1. So here is minus 1, and that one is different from that. So next char index is 6. So 6 is equal to s length minus 1. And have here different from this one. So let me try. We add something here. So we print that So it seems like it didn't go here. We have to check what is the so we have here finish one loop and max length is 1. The child index is 0 and the next character index is 7. So 7 is the length of that, so it should be equal to that. And it should look like that. Okay, finally. So let me check with other test case. Okay, so it's good. I have to check with this test case again. I have another wrong answer. Let's see which one is different. Here, the third one is 3, but expected is 4. Let's see what is this. Is here A, B, C, D, C, B. Oh, it seems like I make a mistake. I made a mistake because, for example, when we have C, and this is the first time it appears, so we just stop here. We don't have to find the first time it happened, it appear. So I just stop there, and that's the best way. Okay, so I shouldn't do. So if the chances contain, I don't have to do the for loop. Only thing I need is that if that next character index subtract the index is more than max length, then max length equal to break. So I don't need another break. So what's that? That's 4. So this is the errors. So we have some wrong answer here. The expected is only 5, but the output is 7. Let me see. We run from A to E, and that's it. It's 5. And run from B to B is another 5. From C to B is another 5. From D to D, another 5. And from E to E is another 5 again. But it finds 7. Okay, so we have to run it again. Only it to see what happened. First is 5, it's good. So the second loop, it run from 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should stop at 6, but it didn't. Let's see why. Here we already have B. So for loop is the break is in the wrong place. It should be here. Okay, I have to type as a Okay, so I will remove all the print system print because these commands may make the program run slower, much slower. Okay, let's see whether I delete all of that or not. Okay, so no std out. So I will submit. So it's accepted, but it's not fast. It's only faster than 12% of Java online submission. So I have to find some way to improve the efficiency. Let's see how can I do that. Okay, so I think, for example, if there are two A in the string, so for sure there's no substring that is the result that can contains both to be. So the most important is to save the previous index of that character. For example, like we come back to the description to the example, we have A, and we know that the first it appears is the latest. The latest is index it appears is 0, and then we read B and we have 1, then C we have 3, and then when we have A again it's 3. So we calculate 3 minus the lastest index of A is 0, so we have 3. So we set the max length to 3, and then we put 3 into the latest array of A. So we have 3 in A. Then we have B. So we have B as index 4, and we calculate also 4 minus 1 is 3 also, so we do not update the max length. So I can write here so that we can imagine it easier. So here we have that string, and we will read. First we read A and we put is the previous, or we may call it the latest. This index of A is 0, then B is 1, then C is 2. Then we meet A again, and we know it's 3. So because the mark length doesn't have any value, so we put it 3, and we update it here to 3. Then B is 4, no update for max length. Then C is 5. Then B is 6, no update. Then finally B7, so we have the max length is 3. And for example, we may test with this one. So we have P, so it's 0. We have W is 1. And we have W again. So it's 2. Then the mark length is 1. Then we have K is 3. Then E 4. Then W again 5. And we have 5 subtract 2 minus 2 is 3. So the best one we have now is 3. So it's from W to E. It works well, but the problem may happen when we have no repeating character. So we have to see how can we do with that. So we have A is 0, B 1, C is 2, and D is 3, E is 4, F is 5, then G is 6. So we did nothing with max length. So in this case, how can we know that the max length should be the length of the string? So I think in this case, if after all the max length still 0, so it should be the length of the. So if max length is 0, so set it to the length of that string. Okay, so we may implement it. Set it to 0, and this should be the first one. So we have mark length, we have the in the let this index let me check what happened with the Java array. I think I need the hash map. From a character to an integer. This index. We will use put. Okay, so here we will run from the first one. Here we have to check whether that one happened. The get method to check whether key in hash we have contains key. Okay, so if this index contains key, so we will calculate if the index minus this index here, that key is bigger than max length. Then we will set max length equal to that one. And then we will set how to rewrite value as math replace. Okay, so I will replace if not we will put it into the hash map. And at the end, after we run through this for, if max length equal to 0, so we put F this, then put it equal to S length. Okay, let's check. So we have most of the case it run correctly, but only one case it run wrongly. That is the second with A, B, C, D, C, E, F, B. The output is 6, but expected result is 5. So the best one is from D to B. So again, it happened when it run through the end of the string, but find no repeating characters. So here we may use it to check for our algorithm A, B, C, D, C, E, F, B. So we may write it here so that we can see A, B, C, D, C, E, F, B. And here's the lattice index here. We have A to 0, B to 1, and C to 2, D to 3, and C again to 4. So we have max length here is 2, and we put 4 here. And we have E is 5, and F is 6, and B, another B, is 7. So B is 7, and mark length should be 6 here, according to our algorithm. So let's see it from 1 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the problem is that we have that B, but we have C inside. So that's another problem, a big problem, not only one case. Is that how can we detect that is there is a smaller substring inside that one? From this B to this B, we already have this C to this C. So it seems like we have to mark every time we replace. So like when we replace C from 2 to 4, it means anything run outside of that is not in the result. But how can we mark that? So we have to save the first and the last index that we have to get rid of. And when we check if that cover that place, so it's not accepted. Let's see, we have ref index is 0 and the last ref index is equal to length. This is 1 minus 1, and whenever we find the contents, we have to check here if it's bigger than max length. We may have many types of that distance. Like here, we may have from C to C here and from B to B here. We cannot save all of that. Okay, I think today I will finish here and I will come back tomorrow. See you tomorrow.